afternoon at the beach or something. Like I know, again, geography can be an issue, especially for say like the Langley campus, since they're quite far from the water, relatively speaking. But um, places that are just maybe like go to a park or something where you just don't need to pay an entry fee even, and because you could spend all afternoon and bring whatever you want with you.
Like water.
Would you like to form that into a question?
I think Richmond's lurking.
What?
That is a possibility.
Would you like to form that into a question?
I was just wondering if there are any sort of like non, activity specific or sort of venue specific things we could do, like something you don't need to rent a location for or something.
Like going on a picnic.
Since this isn't added on to another question, we'll give you 30 seconds to answer this one.
So unofficially, me and my homeboy over here are planning on doing a barbecue thing at some point. The only cost is going to have to bring your own meat. Right? We don't supply. Yeah. Well, he might supply.
I supply.
But yeah, you know what? You want to go to the beach? You want to have a picnic? You want to go to the park or whatever? Like we can do that, right? That is not an issue. The thing was last year we had a relatively small group. Now that we have such a large group, definitely doing a big outing like that is doable.
All right, thank you. Same question to Jay.
Water balloons.
Water balloons. All right. Actually, do you have a question if you don't mind, Richard?
Sure.
So in the past, as a lot of you guys probably noticed, during meetings we come up with a lot of ideas and of activities to do and things to do and events to do, but a lot of them don't actually come to, we don't actually execute the plans. What will you do as president to make sure that we do not only gather ideas, but actually execute those ideas in a timely manner? Jay, if you want to start.
I won't let us forget about them. That has been the core reason why many of these things haven't come to fruition. Having a water balloon fight is an old idea. But as more events have been piled on, some have fallen by the wayside. Keeping a running tab and an organic list of events that we can plan is definitely something that I would implement.
You have 45 seconds if you need the time.
No.
Oh, all right, Joseph. So we've come up with a lot of ideas for activities that we do want to do, but a lot of them that we haven't actually done. How will you make sure that not only do we have a good gathering process for ideas, but how will you ensure that we actually execute these ideas?
So I think that a lot of the times we pitch the idea and we get a lot of half yeses, half nos, like no real certain let's do it from our own community. And I think that when we get these half-hearted feelings, we throw the idea to the wayside and we move to the next one. I think that we just keep bringing these things up. Keep saying like, hey guys, like, what do you guys think of this? What do you guys think of this? Every week we should be saying something, at least on our Facebook page. And then just making sure that our executive committee is always just like, well, have we done this yet? We were talking about this like a while ago. Why don't we do this? Try this again.
All right, thank you. Just want to thank people for their patience right now. We'll just take a couple more questions. I believe Richmond had one.
Okay, so do you guys think it still makes sense to have a KGG in Richmond and Langley? Because as of right now, we don't even have that much of a presence. We don't have Tyler, I think, is the president of the Langley campus.
I
A
will
representative.
actually add to that. Tyler actually did drop out of the Langley representative
Exactly.
position.
And then we don't even have anyone in the Richmond campus either. Do you think it's even worth spreading out, or should we just focus on the Surrey campus?
So I'll consider this question a addition to our previous question on both Langley and Richmond. Because of this, I'll give you guys both 30 seconds. I believe it's Joseph's turn to start.
I definitely think it's the wrong thing to just pull out on those different campuses. While we haven't given them as much attention as we really should, doesn't mean we should give up on them. We should be stepping up our presence there. And I think one of the issues is that we're just not including them in large-scale events as well as we should. But no, I don't think we should just give up on them.
All right, thank you.